Hello, everyone. It's great to be here today. I'm a design educator, researcher. I teach user experience design, and I try to teach processing in the context of user experience design courses. And oftentimes I find that the challenge is that we can devote a certain amount of time to covering fundamentals of processing and getting the basics down. But when it comes to make the jump from simple to more complex, it's tough to fit that all in the context of maybe even just a few weeks. And so something that I've done, something I've had some success with is this tool I'm just going to really briefly introduce, what I call the game building blocks for processing. This really builds upon the idea that, yes, when we're talking about the creative code community, that we are open to making our code available for others, and we're open to using that code in our own work. And so this is something that I really try to emphasize in my courses, and it's something that is built into a project where I have students actually develop a game over the course of a couple weeks. So this tool, this kind of pedagogical resource, I'll call it, comprises 22 functional processing examples that demonstrate basic game component logic through neatly formatted code that has been commented in detail. So there are 22 of them now. This is something that's kind of developed over the span of a number of semesters. Some of them are, these are just a few, but like circle, square, triangle is like a rock, paper, scissors example, or games where you're trying to do certain types of collision detection, or like a moving cup game. So anyway, these are basic examples that provide an opportunity for students to learn more about what a kind of extension of the basics that they've learned can be, and how to go about understanding it. So the point with this code being commented is that it's not just an implementation of those fundamentals, but it's an extension where the process of engaging with these examples, analyzing them, working to understand what they're trying to do, and then to actually take those pieces and to turn them into something new is, in fact, a learning experience in and of itself. They're not full games on their own. They're not optimized examples of code. In fact, the code is much more verbose than you might, in any other sort of situation want to engage with. But there's a point behind that, and that it makes it more approachable for someone who has a certain set of fundamentals to work from, to actually look through and make sense of what the code is trying to achieve. So you can access this in a GitHub repository. Also, I have a bit of information on my website. Please feel free to take a look. Again, this is kind of a project that's in ongoing development. I've added, every semester I feel like I've added something new to it. And then I'll also just add, so I have a very low-key demo of another project called Design by Tweet. It's actually not necessary to be here because it exists in the cloud. And if you look, also there's information on my website, bradtober.com, but if you look up on Twitter, the profile Design by Tweet, you'll find more information about that as well. So thank you very much.